Hello, this is Mark Farrar from Not Square Design in Butte, Montana. And this is some very preliminary work on a home that's going to be built just north of Missoula. And we have switched over to doing a lot of work in AutoCAD at the moment. But we did start off here. And so I went ahead and threw in part of the shop, but I haven't done it as a red iron yet, which we can explore with another building and show a little bit of what that would look like as well. And so what we're doing on this particular project is we've got a large shop which takes up half of the building, and it is 60 feet long, and it is 50 feet deep, so 60 feet back to this little spot right there. And we've got a transition there. We're going to go. This will be a red iron steel building, but for energy purposes, we are doing, and the fact this switches to two-story. We are doing the house in. We haven't got the second level designed in this yet, and the stairs will be accessed from the shop, allowing for a door here, which is shown in the AutoCAD, but not here yet. And then as we come down this, a lot of this stuff has been reconfigured. Um, some of the things that I personally am not thrilled about with this design at this point, but we'll keep working on it until we get it right, is when we come in the entry, there is a long hallway, and I need to get on one of these two walls. I've got to get some place for coats and stuff. So as we would enter the home as a guest, it's just such a long walk down. And at first, these clients were very insistent that they wanted to have only pocket doors as much as they could. And so did accommodate that in a lot of places, not in this location. Has to do with walls and framing. I just couldn't get it to slide behind the fridge because of a wall that intersects there. So at least not well. Could I have done it? Maybe. But it turns out that this is a better configuration for them as it was anyway. Pocket doors also don't give as much soundproofing or privacy, so may not be a huge difference, but it's there nonetheless. And must be a layer turned off because a lot of my accessories are gone. There's a pie, but there's olive oil and some other things that should be sitting here, but it's just a layer. I just turn them on or off. So this is a hood, and then this room, we haven't done any lighting in it yet. So it's very dark in this model, but I'll show you one that is lit up. But we can come across and walk into their laundry facilities. Lots of shelving, lots of counter space. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a pantry. And yeah, that was an older design. So I've got to figure my way around our newer design. I've got to figure my way back into this model. I haven't been in here for a while. Master bedroom. They wanted to have bifold doors all along this entire wall. I did talk to them about the flimsiness of a lot of bifolds, that going with a bypass maybe a little bit better, but they didn't want any walk-ins. They simply wanted some straight standard closets, which it's their house, and that's follow their directives. So walk in through here. This is the master bath. Got a little bit of light in here so far. Haven't got very far with this. These sinks are dark, so they're a little hard to see, but they're there. This is a wall mount toilet, so it's easy to clean. Well, clean underneath, and you can set the bidet lid down a little bit. But this is a bidet controls built into the seat, so kind of a nice little feature. And then I haven't done any of the tile work. Haven't finished out the floor, put in the drains. But this would be the walk-in shower. So we have a rain head, and then we've got a dual wand. Actually, it's one wand with a adjustable standard shower head. And then what I like to do is put right here in this wall is a valve to shut off that rain head because um, I know that a lot of women want conditioner to stay in their hair for a while. So um, hard to do that with the rain head rinsing you off right away. So here, back to the living room, got a fireplace, and then the gal is a big sewing hobbyist, and in here I've actually got lights and stuff. So you'll see the vibrant difference in this room, and I've accessorized it quite a bit to kind of get the feel of how we could lay this out. And we haven't gone through a list of what she owns and has actually. So I've got some miscellaneous equipment in here that she may or not may not have, and but kind of gives the feel. It helps with the size of understanding how big the room is, and you know what you can possibly put in here. And you know I could give her the size of any of these items, such as what is the dimension of that, so that she can see that against what she owns. And you know this is a very large table, but if you're going to be playing with fabrics and stuff, and this is a true sewing room, then I would suppose that that's it's necessary to have a big table, whether or not she put it up against the wall or put it in the middle of the room so she can walk all the way around it. Um, this would be power issue, but if we wanted to, we could put power in the floor. Got to get rid of the area rug though. And this is going to be all a stained concrete for this entire house. And so then you walk down the hallway, and we've got, oops, that's the other door to the sewing room. You can just come into a standard bedroom, and this bedroom got a regular closet. Oh, and then I'm sorry, that was not a standard. That was not the other entrance to the sewing room. We bypassed something. Like I said, I'm not familiar with this plan the way it's laid out anymore. Got some linen on this side, tub shower combo, um, single vanity. But here through this is what's kind of cool is you've got a powder room. So in here is a toilet with the its own. You close off this door, and then it's accessible to your guests, and it's back enough that there's some privacy. So that's how that's configured. Then we cruise down to the other bedroom and go in the bedroom. And oh, sorry, this was to be an office space, and so there is no closet in here. Doesn't legally become a bedroom unless I place a closet in it. And again, we don't have any lighting yet. Um, and then that was the pantry we're in, but this is where the laundry is in this older design. And so um, the front load washer dryer, got a sink in here, plenty of cabinetry, and then we go on through into what they just wanted to have is just a storage space. And so it didn't need to be accessible to anything. And we might put a window in here, get some natural light in, but it's a completely different design now. So we've gotten rid of almost all the pocket doors and changed things up quite a bit. Then this is the door that leads us into a tremendous shop, and this is big. We're going to put a hydraulic lift in here, just really nice. I've got all the utilities and stuff. The door will go here with stairs up to the upper level, which is a whole entire house of its own, or will be. Right now, it is a big open space. And whether or not it's going to have a flat ceiling or be vaulted, don't know yet. Obviously, I haven't done much work here because I have a concrete floor on the upper floor. So anyway, that is this house, and it's so similar to what you guys are doing that I thought it'd be a great thing to just kind of show you what I've got going on. And so I'm going to switch over to that the other house, or sorry, it's this other one is a commercial project that I'm about to show you, and the difference with that commercial project is that it has some red iron built into it to show what this shop will look like um, as it becomes a red iron building attached to a wood frame building. And we can talk further on your project as to which way you'd like to go, what the pros and cons are, that kind of thing. So this will be all a bunch of windows. In fact, it is in the other design. It's just not in 3D. It's AutoCAD 2D. So here we'd be adding a deep porch, covered areas, wraparound cover, and we're going to do cover. Let me show you real quick. One of the concept drawings that was sent to me by the owner. I introduced him to a website that that I'm familiar with, Sunward Steel, and they're a company I've worked with. Actually, was part of the construction of a building here in Butte that used their steel, and um, just a great company to work with. I've got kind of a personal relationship now with one of the guys that is a lead drafter there, so I don't have to talk to the salesman, and makes things a lot more on the level that of what I'm trying to deal with. Not just a price, but I need to know, how am I going to connect these two? What do I need to be concerned with? I don't want it at the end to have a jog, and it won't. Um, but for now, I just kind of threw this on as it's even wood framed right now. It's not drawn correctly, but it was a good way to show you how this works. And just for kicks, I want to show you, this is photos that were downloaded from Sunward's site. Sorry, they're blurry. It's probably a product of blowing them up. And I don't know what resolution they were on the site. But he then put these in a Dropbox folder that I create for each client, and you can put stuff in there. So this really helped visualize how we can break up this huge building with a wraparound porch on it, and I think it looks pretty nice. And this is the other view, the end view of that same home. So just another piece of the puzzle. That Dropbox is there to send me the appliances that you want. Go on the internet, surf around, look for what you'd like. Send me a style, and maybe this is great to demonstrate the porch, but they don't want board and batten, and so they can find another picture and say, okay, this is the style I'm after, but I want this picture shows you the wraparound porch. Anything that you want to put in is just extremely helpful in me getting a feel for what you're after, and then that and the questionnaire is almost all I need is rough ideas, because like I said with that other design, with this we have gone away from their initial thoughts completely, and they really like it. So sometimes if you get too far along in a design and then send it to me, I do have one client that I made a lot of changes to, and it took them a couple days of staring at it because they came in and they were very disappointed. And then I just said, hey, give it 24 hours and let's talk tomorrow. And was about 3 days later they called up and said that they love it. They got some minor changes, but that it really makes a lot of sense. So don't worry too much about trying to hand me some finished design. That's my job. So I love doing it, and glad to help in any way. If you do have specifics, certainly include those. And then once we're in an actual design, if you decide that you don't like something, I really want you to be honest with me and say, I don't like that. That's not what I want. And, let's be specific as you can. Hey, I see the efficiency of all those swinging doors, the hinge doors, but I really do like pocket doors, and I want to go back to that. And that is fine. it's not an insult to me. It's me trying to maybe hand some things that I feel are efficient, but maybe efficiency is not what you're after. You're after something else. And like I always tell people, it is your home. When this is all said and done, I walk away, and you're the ones that are going to live there. So let's make sure that it fits what you're after. So this project here is a commercial project. It looks like I got a little error there, so I'm sticking up. The beam is too high. But this was drawn up for conceptual, basically to get the idea in through um, city approval. And so these aren't used for the actual construction documents. We'll be working on those very soon here, because we do have full design approval. Um, but again, this is more much more complete. We haven't done the exact electrical layout plan. So what I did is I used a way to lighten this up that's not actually installing lights, but you kind of give a light value to a room. Um, and then coffee bar. These are two separate offices, and then in between, um, she's got needed some good storage. And then down here we have a utility room with its own air handler, separate from the shop, and just different appliances that we need in here. Got an Insta-Hot, or what's called on-demand water heater, a wash basin, and then next door we have a handicap accessible bathroom. And so it's just a small little office for a few guys, and to have a conference area, and then a smaller, just quick meeting area out here, some waiting, a lot of open space. It was started as a much smaller project, and they just decided that since we're connecting up against this building next door that already exists, that we may as well expand it out. And so they did need storage, just mainly for equipment, dry goods, that kind of thing. So it's nothing hazardous going in this room, so pretty easy to handle that code-wise. We are not directly connecting because this is wood construction, this is steel construction, and so we need to have, as would be the case in any of these buildings, is there is a small gap in between. The roof will have flash right here, and that's how that works. So the reason I brought this open is because since you're going to have a real brand new construction, then I will take it to much further detail than I did here. I simply drew enough of the structure to make sure that I was dimensionally correct with the this existing building. I had to make sure my heights and everything were correct, so that when I stuck this building onto the side, as close as we were getting to this top, I wanted this come down, drip down, and not get in between with a nice flash. And that flash is actually made from the same steel company and be corrugated to fit right under this. So at least that's the hopes. I've got to actually make that call next week, and talk to the steel company, see if we can get that piece, what's called broken, for us. And basically, let's take it, put it on a metal brake, and they will make that seam in it, so it'll just go right on here. And that is the reason I showed you this, was just to show you that we'll go into the actual red iron. We'll have this ghosting. This is all just to prove stuff to myself. It served no other purpose, so I didn't finish out all of the red iron through the building. I didn't do the purlins that are on top of this. That's why you see a gap in between. There's actually purlins that go up here, and that's all the insulation and stuff goes. So at any rate, that is the reason that I'm kind of showing you this guy. And in the other drawings, we've got retaining wall situations, all kinds of things going on. So if you don't, well, you guys have a flat lot, so we don't have to deal with any of that. So, just real quick, got some things I might use later, but they were in an earlier design, and I just decided not to get rid of them. And I still got this little furniture thing in here. There we go. All right. So that's just hanging out, just in case I need it again. These posts are going to hold an overhang for depth of this sitting room coming off the master. Just wanted to show this real quick as kind of a cool, much more elaborate design. I'm working on this today and really working on the roof and trying to get it straightened out. Boy, it's moving kind of slow. I might have to speed this up. Let me speed up my mouse real quick here. Just another screen. Hopefully that'll help. There we go. Now I can get around. Different models, depending on the footprint. I got to run this thing at different speeds. So this will come out. I don't think I'm going to use a full truss out front here. In fact, I really don't need this. We're going to put a little overhang to protect the door because it's so tall. And I don't have any terrain on here yet. Probably about ready to put that in. We've got our 42-inch frost depth footing here. And this is a slab on grade home. Again, this is one they want stained concrete. And since we hadn't picked a flavor in that house I showed you first, I used this flavor. And you can see the ledge stone is showing. But it's really kind of a cool house. Let me take you inside. This is what happens when you let me loose. And I've got the freedom to play and design. Again, no lighting yet. We aren't at that stage. We've got some things even in the floor plan that still need a little bit of finalizing. But this is the kitchen when you come in that foyer. And then this is the room. Very large, beautiful doors. Nice big windows, all south facing. And this is a home that is going to be, this will be covered up in drywall and look nice. And this is where the television flat screen goes. And then here is a fireplace, but you can't get to it from the inside. I'll show you that in a minute. It's a unique design. This will carry on up all the way. And this block here is full of rocks. And so there's tubing in here that laces into these rocks, and over time it heats them up, and then you can bleed back off. This is a very high efficiency home, and even at its size, it should be no problem to heat this big, vaulted, gorgeous ceilings and all with about 1,500 watts. If we got into the upper end of the heating spectrum of what could happen, there's a possibility it goes to 3,000, but who cares? I mean, 3,000 watts. So at any rate, here we've got this long, and I'd have to show you the ideas that they sent me. And we're going to get some more wind, plenty of light in here. We've got a cover outside, but it's north facing. But it's going to give us a lot of light in here. And don't know why it's not shown, but if I close this door, I'll show you how to do that actually. So I can take and go to what's options on the other screen that you can't see, and hit show closed, say okay, and that way we can see what's going on behind it. And what this is we're going to put face cabinetry on this so that it's just cabinets, and puncture a hole in there, and then this will be a laundry chute for the 2 kids' rooms that are up above. It'll drop right down here and be right at probably about counter height, maybe a little bit lower so it can fall into the basket. They've got big dogs. They wanted a dog wash. And then I thought I already had it in here, but there should be a door right here. So we're going to walk on through, and we're in the garage. So that is the entrance into the garage. And when you're in the garage, you have access to the utility room. So we have an air handler, and we may put that up in attic space. If they decide that they don't want to vault the whole area up there. Tankless water heaters. We are going to have solar, so got plenty of room for battery storage. Or more than likely, even to make things a little safer, my floor is too low. We're going to put in a shop. Oh, there's a second door supposed to be here too. And let's just put it in. Why not? So if I just grab my door is over there on the other side. It's not one. There we go. Now it's a. Th- we still got a height because the floor dropped in the garage, so I got to find out why. But that's kind of how it looked. Then there'd be another door that would go into here. Come on, back up. So I need to go through and I'll get these in more precise. But since I'm working on this today, just leave myself a reminder to fix this stuff up. So that is that. We're gonna go through our door that we closed, and then let's walk upstairs. Really cool stairway. In fact, let me back up and kind of show you. It's got it's all just kind of hanging in space. Out here, it's all steel, so allowing us to do that sort of thing. And we're gonna go with a thicker plank. We've already discussed that. I just haven't got that drawn in yet. I love this window. The views around this property are spectacular. So, really a nice piece of property. This is one of the great things about 3D is what's happening here. And can I have a truss in this location? No, because I'm going to whack my head. And then this truss is actually just a copy through. This truss doesn't even go here. In fact, if I want to, I can just delete it. It's probably the same problem with the one that we were just looking at. So let's get some of this straightened out so that you can understand how this design works. So I don't have all the woodwork done here yet. And, oh, that might be showing me why I've got an issue that I was working on earlier. That's the nice thing about this 3D is I can really discover what's going on and what's wrong. But this is just a big vaulted area. I gotta pull the walls down. This will cut and open up. And so will this. And so this truss that's at this end, it can't be that low. It probably will just get rid of the bottom cord in this case. And these two guys here. So it'll be something more along the lines of this. And then this wall, I can show you real quick. It's pretty. Well, it's not gonna let me do it from this angle. I can't do it because I'm in a perspective view. If I was in a flat-on view, I'd break this and then I'd drag up the center and it'll cut and form it to that roof. But at any rate, that's not quite what we're all about here. I just wanted to show kind of a more interesting design of some stuff that when you let me free. So all these trusses, they need to be raised up to where they hit the ceiling above. I'll get that going. You can see those nice, beautiful, tall windows. And then, this house, as we went through it, just was really lacking storage. But first we'll go into one of the kids' rooms that's basically just mirrored across to the other side. And so we've got this kids' ensuite, actually. Again, the easy to clean toilet and vanity, little nicer mirrors with the backlit. But again, this is not a plan with lighting yet. Do have some sun coming in that you can see. And then this is the closet. I don't have any rod and shelf in there yet. And then, as I was saying, there's really lacking for storage in this house. So in here, I put a storage room. On the other side, this is all a storage room. On this side, there is a door, and this is that laundry chute that there's a floor in there right now, but I'll make it open to below, and then you'll just be able to drop things. Oop, see if I can hit it right. I'm in the chimney. I'm in the rock storage. I'm lost. Where did I go? Oh, so here it is. Oh, I missed it. Now I gotta move it too fast. So, yep, that's it. So it falls down, falls onto this shelf, and we are downstairs in the laundry room. So, kind of cool. At any rate, this is what we're looking at. Oh, this is the uniqueness of this design. I'm designing a custom fireplace. Not that bad, not that hard to build. Basically masonry, and the door to feed it's out here. So you come out your covered area, walk around the corner, and your wood's right here. You open up the door, throw it in, go back inside, and these things are so efficient that you might have to do that one, maybe 2 times a day. Um, and it'll heat up the hot rock storage, which goes. It's big. It's a nice big storage, and then I haven't raised my chimneys up yet. This storage will stop at the roof, and then the chimney I've got to get up 10 feet to 5 feet away if you know code. And what I was working on before I started this video was just trying to get the roof straightened out. Getting a lot of it done with this ability to move around so quick and easy that it's just made working on this roof really, really straightforward, and hopefully I have it wrapped up here very shortly. Um, Maybe by the end of the day, and certainly by the end of the week. So anyway, this is just a little more interesting design, and love to hear from any of you about working with you and doing whatever we can to help you with any of your own designs. And oh, here's the train station. Oh, go to my YouTube channel if you would like to um, explore more of my designs or videos on how I do this stuff. There's a lot of stuff I put in there to serve the community, my community, and teach young people on what they can and can't do and how to do it. Tons of videos here. There's playlists, so you can pick out different subjects. But the main thing is I just wanted to go here. It's not showing it. Oh, there it is, right there. So it is, if you're on YouTube, type in at not square design 3469, and that will bring you to my channel with a lot of stuff to do, recap, going around a quick 7-minute tour that I actually made this video just to talk to the window manufacturer. This one is some design review for the client. Again, this is after this one, so this is further along, more design review of the restaurant and stuff that we're doing in this place. So lots of cool stuff, and plenty of playlists. In fact, this garage plans, even though it's a really simple plan, because it's just a garage, it does show you, it's making noise, it will show you the sheets that are involved in even a simple design such as this, and all the different sheets, and down to some of the cool stuff that I'm able to do because of the software that I combine with my AutoCAD. So this is all stuff that I would have done in the past using only 2D and straight up AutoCAD. But what's really cool is here, with the use of these tools, is I was able to provide the owner with a complete materials list, everything down to not just the lumber. Uh, the only thing I don't really have in here is fasteners. But most everything else, insulation, electrical, amount of concrete, all that stuff is in here. And then further on down, as you go through this, it'll explain the different types of lists, because this is a linear list. Then there is a buy list, which tells you how many boards of what length to buy. And then there's a cut list, which tells you the different lengths that you need to cut to. And again, with the 3D, there's this feature, which is a 3D view of the framing. On a complex design, there'll be several of these. And then, since it's only 4 walls, just a quick way to show that all the dimensions, how it's all laid out for every piece of wood in the entire building. So that is a lot of what I do, what my process is, and how complete my plans are. So hope this was useful, and I will now have this out there to share with others. So thanks for your time. Again, it is Mark Farrar with Not Square Design in Butte, Montana, and it is notsquare.us if you want to go to the website. The .com is something that some company made that sort of resembles my stuff and try to sell it to me. So anyway, good to talk to you. Till next time.